back to the Mass Media channel.
We're glad you decided to join us today.
On today's episode, we're going to talk to you about communications.
Yes, we'll be focusing specifically on the model of communication.
So let's get started.
Okay, let's start simple. First, you start out with speaker 1, who gives a message to listener 1.
Seems easy enough. Almost too easy.
Well, there's more. See, listener 1 is also speaker 2, who gives feedback to the speaker 1, who is also listener 2.
Whoa! That's not so simple now. But what you're saying is everyone's two-faced.
No.
Then they have double identities. Whoa, that would be so bad. Because then, like, somebody would have stolen everybody's identity and...
No,
because they stole everybody's identity, then we would have to call the cops, Christy.
No, we are not calling the cops.
So really everyone's lying?
No. Listen, nobody is lying. People don't have double identities. We're not calling the freaking cops. And they're not two-faced.
But what if something, like, really bad happens? Like, what if the whole world was taken over by an identity crisis or something?
We are not calling the cops.
I didn't say we were going to call the cops yet.
I know that's what you're thinking because you said it before.
Well, then you know what? It would be your fault if the world, like, totally combusted.
We are not calling the cops, and it's not my fault.
You know what? I can call the cops
No,
right now if I want.
I'm taking your phone.
You know there's other phones in the studio?
I'll cut off the lines. You won't be able to do that at all. Call the cops, you will not.
Well, guess what? Heather, that's me. Still gonna call the cops.
Ladies,
Except
how about we get back on track?
Yeah, Christy.
you're lying, Heather.
That's funny. Well, then, how is, speaker 1 also listener 2?
Well, they just do two jobs. For example, we use our web show to speak the things of mass media to an audience, or our listeners. We depend on our viewers to comment and give us feedback.
Okay, but how does that make speaker 1 listener 2 and listener 1 speaker 2?
Be patient. I'm getting it. You see, our viewers are listening to us, and by giving us feedback, they're speaking to us.
Oh, okay, so when we listen to people's comments, we're speaker 1 and listener 2 at the same time.
Yes, so you understand now.
Yeah, I think I do.
So now that you get it, we can add more to the model.
Sure.
Okay, so now that you understand the basics, let's move on.
Okay.
Now we're going to start calling the speaker 1 and listener 2 the source and the receiver, and the opposite for listener 1 and speaker 2.
But why change it?
Why not? Don't ask questions, kid. Just listen. Okay, so the source and receiver is still giving the message, but to get through to the receiver and the source, they have to go through noise.
What's noise?
Well, noise is all of the things that get in the way of your message. Distractions, if you will.
What if I won't?
Shut up. Anyway, once you get your message through, the noise, the receiver and the source, they then have to decode it and encode it.
Well, what does that mean?
Well, that means that once the message gets to the receiver, they then have to decode it or understand it in their own minds, I guess.
Oh. But what is encoding?
Encoding is how they decide to send their feedback to the receiver, like how they word it and such.
Oh, okay.
Now, both of these processes involve competence in a field of experience. And this giant process produces an effect outside the process. And everything we just talked about happened in the context of something.
Okay, that seems simple enough, Christy.
You mean you understand it?
Yeah, why is that so hard to believe?
Oh, no reason. No reason at all.
No, really, tell me.
Oh, well, I'm afraid we're out of time. I'm sorry, but you'll have to say goodbye to the viewers.
Goodbye!
Thank you for tuning in to our episode of Mass Media Channel. Join us next time.
Stay tuned! Toodles!